What is the best way to synthesize literature review research? Imagine trying to piece together a puzzle where each piece is a different research paper. Your goal is to see the full picture, not just individual fragments. That's what synthesizing literature review research is all about. It's about bringing together information from many sources to form a clear, connected understanding of what is known about your research topic. Instead of just listing what each paper says, you reorganize, reinterpret, and connect ideas across studies to show how they relate to each other and to your own questions. For students working on choosing their program or research path, mastering this skill helps you see where your interests fit within the bigger picture. It shows you how different studies build on each other, where gaps exist, and how your work can add something new. When you synthesize well, you demonstrate your ability to think critically about existing research and to position your own project meaningfully. The first step is to organize your sources carefully. Many students use a tool called a synthesis matrix, which is like a detailed chart or table. You record the main points of each study, including the methods used, the populations studied, and the key findings. You also note how each source relates to others, whether they agree, disagree, or build on each other. This organization helps you see patterns and themes that emerge from your reading. Next, focus on 5 main areas. First, look at how key concepts and terms are defined. Are researchers in your field using the same words for the same ideas? If not, you'll need to clarify those differences in your own work. Second, examine the theories that authors use. Which ideas are most common? Which are challenged? This helps you understand the dominant perspectives. Third, review the research methods. Are most studies qualitative or quantitative? Are there gaps where certain approaches are missing? Fourth, analyze the results. Do studies agree or conflict? Why? Understanding these differences helps you see the bigger picture. Fifth, identify what questions remain unanswered. Are there populations or settings that haven't been studied? These gaps can guide your own research questions. When it comes to how you organize your synthesis, most students use a thematic approach. This means grouping studies by common themes or questions rather than discussing each one separately. For each theme, you weave together what multiple sources say, showing how ideas develop or where disagreements exist. For example, instead of saying Smith found X, Jones found Y, you might say, research generally shows X, but some researchers question this because of Y. Brown's work suggests Z might explain these differences. This weaving creates a narrative that shows your understanding of how the research fits together. Tools like citation managers can help you keep track of sources and notes. Some artificial intelligence programs can scan large amounts of research to find connections, but remember, the critical thinking about how sources relate is always your job. Finally, pay attention to the quality of the studies you include. Not all research is equally solid. Consider whether studies used appropriate methods, had enough participants, and whether findings have been confirmed by others. Your synthesis should reflect these quality differences, giving more weight to stronger studies. The main goal is to use your synthesis to clearly show what is known, what remains uncertain, and where your own research can contribute. When you connect all these pieces thoughtfully, your literature review becomes a strong foundation for your entire research journey. It's about turning a collection of papers into a clear story that guides your next steps.